I'm open, I'm on. It says I'm on. I'm on. Good Friday. It's warm here. Alexa.
At the moment, it's 25 degrees Celsius.
It's only 20.
Tonight, you can expect a low of 15 degrees.
Oh, right, there you go. So, hello. Oh, it's really slow, my computer. I'm going to have words with it later. Anyway, let's get back to our work. So, this is Jaunt 4 of July Journal Journey. Now, some of you might be interested, but I always have a journal like this. And if anybody would like to do one with me, I'm going to start a new one. I'm going to finish off some in this, but I'm going to start a new one where I will draw my ideas and blah, blah, blah. So you're welcome to join me. If there's enough interest, I'll do one. Right, just want to go through a few things now. I've got my inks out, I've got my Cosmic Shimmer stuff, I've got my Pearly Pearlies, and I've got some different white pens. Got my Neos, and I've got some gesso, some white gesso, Cosmic Shimmer, a sponge, that, and brushes. Now I've wet these because they were dirty. And I've got a gold highlight. It's a brilliant gold. But just to show you, I sometimes people ask me about stencils. I've got a thing about stencils, and I'm going to show you the ones that really I use all the time, and I have them in a little bag. When I used to do telly, I'd have them all the time. A big mandala, always good. Small sort of ironwork. There's a central pattern, but it's a repeated pattern. Words. And what I might do is just move them a bit. Words. Okay. I've always loved these by Studio Light. You know, the buy ones where you get, you get your pattern here, splashes, and then wire. And then, still on the big side, another sort of fabric pattern. And then you've got to have. Oh, this one is from France. Papillon. Big circle. Bear in mind, these are my just few go-to. And, if you're really into it, you could just do a few. So here's the others. Right, bubble wrap. Bubbles. I think I've got a bit of bubbles. Bubbles. And then corn. That one, I've had 4 of them. This is before 4. Oh, hello, hello, Denise, Jane, Deborah. Oh, we had a lovely day with Jane yesterday. I was whinging and they were listening. So, I would like to invite you, Jane, to join me on a journal journey, but in that work. So, hello, everybody. It's really good to see you. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you light versus dark. I have got black, well it's midnight, and I've got the chestnut from the other day, and I have got white, but sometimes black is great on its own and not overpowering to other stuff. So I'd like to just show you how I build up my next set of layers. So I get out and I leave them all in. That could be good for the bigger pages. I don't know if I want that yet, but I very much just at the moment, I do want that. It's got to be on everything. I do love these. I'll just put them down there. That's the only issue I have with them. They get stuck together. I must have about 3,000 or 4,000 stencils, and I'm not joking. So let's have a little look at our papers. Everything's sticky to each other. So I'm going to leave it on this so you can see it. So here's our book so far. I won't actually, because it's in the way. So here's our book so far. We've got the first page, but it doesn't have to be at first page because we've got things we can add on. So we'll just go through it. So adding the little bits of tape and stuff really brought it out. That's like flowers to me and lollipops and stuff. Some of the trees are dead ages ago. Right, and we've got some more in some retro colours. Yeah. Using colours I wouldn't normally cut. Some cutouts. I really like these, but they need some emphasis. Then I went off my rails a bit, and this is the washi tape. Masking tape has turned into washi tape. So we've got quite a few left, and here's the other ones I did. Rubbing my brushes and scrubbing little black pieces on. So I'm going to do a couple of things today. I'm going to do enough that I can fit in an hour. So I'm going to work on these ones at the back, and the beauty is just do that and out they come. Oh, get your journal out, Jane, you'll like this. So I'm going to get these out, and I'm going to show you a couple of tricks that we're going to just mess about with on our own, just to get you sort of in the idea of blending. I know you can do it. So wet your paper. Now this time I'm going to use that chestnut. Now that chestnut is this, it's like an aubergine. These paints in colour are very much chalk based, so you're going to get that effect. One of my favourite companies, Paper Artsy, they have a fantastic range as well. So I've got my flat brush. Okay, just damp your brush down because you don't want, because it's quite strong this. I've only got that much, yeah, and I'm just going to lay down some gesso. Not worried about where it is, okay, and I'm going to do it to some more other pages. So whilst that's waiting, I can do that one, and you're going to get different effects. Right, okay, so you don't want it too dry. I'm looking at the side of it now, so you see my head. Oh, there's my nose. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take another brush to keep the colours clean. Clean that one, give it a rinse, and I'm going to get my chestnut, and I'm going to get quite a good amount of colour on it because I've wet the brush. So that's a beautiful colour. It's absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to wet that. Now I'm going to get a clean brush, which is one of my loo brushes. We were talking about that yesterday, loo brushes. And I'm just going to get some more white, and I'm just going to go for it. And I'm going to let it blend as it wants to. I'm following the lines I've applied it to. This is a little trick we used to do for colour blending, and it's quite a scary thing to do if you're not too sure about colour. So let's do that. Now, I've blended it just a little bit. Get some more colour, and this time I'm going to use a finer brush because I don't want too much on. Wet it. So I'm just putting those lines in. Now, if it's just me, but it reminded me of a beach scene, so I thought, why not? And as I'm brushing it out, I'm getting shadows and lights and darks, and you can bring out as much as you want. So I'm going to leave it like that for a minute. Okay, so this time I'm going to use the same things. I'm going to really go with the white on this brush, which is, I'm getting a pink now. And it's so hot, it's drying really fast. And it's not, that's not an excuse, we used to use that all the time on camera. Oh, it's drying because of the cameras. Right? And I'm just going to get a small brush. You do need more of this. So, looks a right mess, doesn't it? Just squiggle lines on. Right, so we've got light and dark, and we've just made this mess, which is cool. So what I'm going to do now is get a bit more of my chestnut in there. I never put too much colour out because it always always annoys me because I never use it. So I've got parts that I want to do. So on the dark parts I'm going to put light, and on the light parts I'm going to put dark. So just remember, we've only got one colour here. We've not got two. We've got white. Sorry, we've got one tone. Hello, Jenny. Oh, nice one. Maybe one day, Kim, eh? Maybe one day you won't be having to have all these illnesses. It must be exhausting. So what I've done is I've put the chestnut there, and I'm just going to get a tiny bit of it, the corner, and put a tiny bit of black in it. Not all over, just a tiny bit. Then I'm going to switch to the other side and put some white. Now bear in mind, you do have to move this because otherwise you'll end up with stripes and, you know, or things you don't want. So, yeah, liking that. I've got a um, that's better. Light and dark, dark and light. So the opposing side up here, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to use what's on map. I'm just bringing it in a nice, well, I think it's nice. And, yeah, I'm having that. So the next thing is, we've used a little bit of everything on that. I'm going to counteract it with some words or letters. It must go that way. I'm not too worried about it, how it goes. So I'm going to put hello, Ellen. So we've got a little bit of the, so it's light versus dark. Looks a bit shabby. That's cool. All my work looks shabby. It won't be my work if it weren't shabby. And then I'm going to get a circly one. I'm just going to go over and I'm going to get, oh, I've washed it. So, oh, let's see if it works. squeeze it out on that. Ooh, that might work. Oh no, maybe not. So I'm just going to dry it off a little bit, and I'm going to get. This might not work because it's quite wet, but so oh, it has. And I'm going to go a bit over that and a bit over that. Ah, I'm loving it. So now I've got to turn it around because I don't like it. That's it. A bit up there. Just look at weight. Not your own weight. The weight of what the colours are. So I'm quite happy with that. I've got what I want everywhere. So now I'm going to go in with my favourite, and I love this. I used to think it was windows in a block of flats until someone said, no, it's corn on the cob. I was like, oh yeah. So I'm using black, straight black. Oh, sorry, I'm not. It's using the chestnut and black. Now, if you get a blob like that, don't worry, because when it's dried a bit, I'm going with your pen on it and you'll never see it. And if you want a softer look, scoop it like that. And if you want a harder look or stronger look, just put it on with the foam down. Now, I love that, but this time I'm going to go the opposite way with my good old white one on the opposite way. Now, I've got to remember, this soon mixes. So if you didn't want it to mix, just get your white colour on when it's dry. So I'm going to leave that for now. There you go. Okay. So we've got that. Right. Okay. So the next one on the other side. Right. On the other side is I'm going to make it a lot softer because I feel that I want to try and create something very much a softer look because I want to be able to do light and not much work, but I can't. I end up putting far too much stuff on, and I'm like, oh, I hate it now. But it looks all right in the end. It's just at the beginning, you're like, oh, why can't I just be nice and tidy and neat with it? Well, I think it's me. Oh, that's softened it, hasn't it? That's really softened it. So then, let's get this colour, chestnut, bit of white. I'm just making tiny adjustments as I do it. Not doing them all. Black. So I'm putting black on very, very gingerly. If no one's allowed to use that word anymore, in case it's being gingerish, whatever the word is. So, not liking that, blend that out. So, surprising how much white can overpower other colours, isn't it? So, what it is a bit like blending halfway and then halfway again. So, it's like, get off. So, you're blending, like, not over all of it, but just in parts. Wow, that's nice. Put another one there. There we go. Get rid of that. That's nice. And then one here. Alright. Oh, get out. Because it's still damp underneath, I'm going to get these nice finishes. There you go. I am going to yeah, that's it. I think I go back over now as well with the black. Not too many, she says as she's put loads on. Yeah, and then I'm going to go, that's it. So what I've done is, I've put it back over the white, I'll show you now. You're going to be screaming, move it up, we can't see it. Okay, so that's light and dark. We've used two colours, one colour plus, well, we've used two, haven't we, black and chestnut and white. So black has no colour and white has all colours. So that's two that we can work on in the future. So now we're going back, let that dry. Now we're going back to our other pages. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to get the sponge. I don't want that one, I want the other ones that are mad. I've got a right mess because I've got my beading out as well, so yeah. So I'm going to look at building up on these now as well. So this time it's going to be no white, just oh yeah, and over the tape. Okay, it's quite nice, isn't it? So you're getting patterns on that. So I go in again, just over this. Yeah, bring it down a little bit. Not as much, but love it. Right, okay, next one. What's this one, apart from a mess? I think I'm going to do a few just in the areas here. Very light. Right, I love that. Next. Oh, this is the one we did, so let's go in with some even more. We need to come back with a colour on that. And then you've got to keep looking for the ones I've done. Well, I've got to keep looking, not you. So we've got this one, and I've done that area, and I want to do this area. So I'm going to go this area with a little bit of a fancy chain link, so that, oh yeah, threes in opposing sides. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just be careful how you do it, because otherwise it just looks like, you know, you've plonked it on. But you do need areas of 3. I quite like that. There's too much on it, so I'm going to go with that, put it back on, and just, that's it, lighten the edges. Perfect. Perfect. So, well, it's not on, but you know what I mean. So, got that one done and that one, and this one done. This is the washi tape. And I'm like that, do I use it? Yeah, use it, use it, use it. So this time, to count, because I've got all the thing on there, The purple really looks good with it, but oh, it's not, it's chestnut. So, just going to go here. Oh, yes, she says, oh, yes. Like that, what's it called, that dog? Oh, yeah. We'll build it across here a bit. Oh, yes, she says. Love it. Not too much, just maybe 2 or 3 there. Squashing under. Love it. So I'm going to keep very gently. Oh, yeah. That's it. So, I'm going to go all the way back to the top. We're just doing these mainly today, I think. And the big one. Doing the big one. And then I'm going to go back to the others. But you can actually take these out of the folder until you're done, because at the moment it's like really hard to not miss the edges, or you know what I mean. It's you need to be able to get all this bit here as well. So I'm just where there's dark, there's light. So it's mingling, or mingling, can you say? So got that one, and then this one, just pure white. Pure white. I don't. Perfect. Pure white. Put a bit of white on this as well. See, you can't see writing now, can you? And then again. I don't want to cover it. I'm happy with. I'm happy with what's on it. I don't want to get rid of it. But that's quite a nice one, because it's bringing up the chestnut, but it's not overpowering it. See? So that's a really good way of using it. So, dun dun bum bum dun dun. Now, what should we do? I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do another piece, totally different, with a little bit of I think we'll do some green inks, you know, green and blue and stuff. Get some teary colours, or it'll be the colours I get out of my hand, get in my hand. She says, so she picks every colour but the one she wants. Oh, I should know I've done it in bloody colour order. Right, so blue. The opposite of blue is tangerine. Orange. The opposite of blue is orange. Oh God, I'm just getting my hair in the paint. So I'm going to get all these colours out. Won't use them all. These cosmic shimmer range that are in your, you know, your wording and all that. And what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to get a swatch. So on this bit here, wow. So that one is Mediterranean blue, and this one is cobalt blue. Cobalt tends to be one of my favourites. It's not cobalt. blue hue. Alright, sorry, beg my pardon. It's a hue. Turquoise blue. Oh, can't get enough of that colour. Right, we've got that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that. We've got Tuscan teal, more of a green. You see, it's a darker colour. And then we've got a bit of the old green, which is olive green, one of my favourites. It's got a yellow and a nice base. Right, you see those colours? I've already created a nice piece there. And then to top it off, that colour goes with it. Right, now, if I don't like it, I could put more on the other side. So I'm not worried. So I'm going to start with that. And I'm just picking them up as I've got them. Then I'm going to clean my brush. Get me spray. Okay. So I'm letting it drip. I'm creating some sort of mess, as you know. Letting it just do its thing. And then while it's doing its little thing, I'm introducing some orange. I'm not sort of trying to, like, what's the word, command it too much, but you've all seen me do this before. So we've got this beautiful sort of melding of colours, and where I thought the lid were on there. So where it's not actually blended too much and you want a little bit more, just go for it. So I want to keep that, so I'm going to let it dry for 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Okay, so that needs to dry because it's got these beautiful colours. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to get this one. I'm going to get a colour, a neon colour. You can use watercolour crayons, watercolour pencils, anything water based for this, as long as it activates with water. And I'm going to get a bright red, and a dark olive green. Yeah, an olivey green. Where's it gone? That's so on. Right, so what I've done is I've put some colour on, and now I'm just going to dip my finger in, and I'm going to get the colour of the pencil and the neon or whatever you've got. And I'm just bringing it into the middle where the colour is. So let's go for this. Oh, lovely. So now what I do, put some of the white, if you've got acrylic gesso, in the middle. Work the edges first and then bring it in. Like that. You've got another one here. And I think I might need another one. Don't think I've got any more red on that. Perhaps I need a bit. Bit of red. I think it's the same red, but and gesso. Ooh, got a bit crunchy bit. Find it out. Soften that. Soften that. I like that. It's really cool. So next, I'm going to get this one, and I'm going to pick out the colour. Oh, it needs red on this because the opposite of red is blue. Is green. So it needs opposite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up. I've got my colour underneath. You know the washi tape. One, two. Soften it if you wish. Might go over that in. Three. And bring it down as much as you want and across and go over all of it. If you don't like it, what you can do is get your sponge and just soften it. So you've got red on it. They're not finished. Here I'm going to go with a green and I'm going to go with a... Oh, don't do that. Go that way. Now I know a lot of people do this. I know I've seen various people doing it, and it's been in the artist's journey for a long time, doing this, but it's, shout out to everybody else, because it's not, certainly I've not invented it, but shout out to everybody who does it, because it's a great way of working. Don't want that there. I want to clean that bit up there. That's it. It's a great way of working, and more people should entertain it. That's a lovely one. I love that. That needs work on it. Right. Okay. Let's look at the others. What do we need? Well, this really needs some work, and we need to work on our front cover and our watercolour. So, I've made a writing mess. Great. Good job I can tidy it before anybody comes. Oh. I'm super loving doing this. Super loving it. It was great having a chat with my wonderful friends yesterday, Jane Telford, Elaine Woodward and Dawn Goodwin. And it was brilliant because just what I needed. Just what I needed. So, yeah, shout out to those lovely ladies. Went and had a coffee. I had this hot chocolate that every time I tried to drink it, I dipped my forehead in it. Never mind my nose. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some colours on this. But by colours I mean white. So I'm going to look for things that I actually like in it. Not a lot at the moment, but maybe try this one. So I'm going to work with a white pen against the black background. It'll give you an idea. Now this is a permanent marker. I haven't got a clue, it's a Japanese one. I might go for the pen, which is a bit... No, guarantee. I think that's empty. There we go. So just drawing on it. And if it kills your pen, it's because it's, what you call it, not dry. So try and get rid of the ends, because you want to blend it, but you don't want a fat line on it yet, and a blob free. Get rid of that, I don't like that. So there we go. Splat. Okay, I'll do some more splats. So here, let's look at some shapes we've got. Get the big one out. Big boys. Nice. Next. It's drying it out. So my advice is don't kill your pen. Just for the sake of waiting a bit. If you get me? Don't do it. Don't kill your pen just for the sake of a couple of minutes. So go back to these. Okay. Work on these while that's drying. Got that other one as well, our big one. So oh, it's not kill my pen, has it? I need to buy some. I'm getting fed up with this. Try this one. Not really great fun. Oh, I know. It's got glue on it. Of course. Try this one again. I'm having a great time today, am I? So I've got wiggly lines. That's a bit better. It's not as much as I want, but so got a little bit on there. A little bit on there. Let's go to the next. Let's see. This is a good one to work on because it gives you a real sense of like light and dark. Right, in this one, I've got this great feature, as in this one. So I'm going to keep these features as focal points. So other pens behaving better now. I'll move up and show you. So here again, I'm not a lover of them, but never mind, they'll come out. They'll come out in wash. So here, again, I'm happy with that. So, yeah, I'm going to take the stuff out, me, because if I can't spread it out, it's getting difficult. So, even though I've shown you how to do it, undo it. Undo it again. So we've got a lot here. I'm not thinking about what I'm doing. I don't want to think about what I'm doing because I won't like it if I do. Cool. So we've done a bit on here as well. Woohoo! Right, let's go back to our work. So, on here, I've got this red coming down here, which I really do like, but I also like this. So, I'm going to get... Now, I'm a bit concerned. No, I'll just do it this then. I was a bit concerned it was going to travel through. I don't... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you could do it wherever you want. Just that little bit of building it up. Oh, look at that. See? Adds texture, depth. It adds overall effects that you wouldn't necessarily have realised going for them would make such an impact, but at the end of the day it's just a piece of paper. It's definitely easy to just paint over, and I like that better. Oh yeah, I like that better. A bit more up there. I'm going to go over that with black. Right, just in. Let's see. It's a bit hard to see, but oh, it's not hard enough that. So I need something to be able to see. So I reckon this one will be better. Yeah. So do a bigger area and then blend it in. Just in the middle. Yeah, nice. If you get any bit strays, don't worry, just put it on. And we might do a little bit here. And if you use your finger on it, what happens is you get the middle coming out of it. So I'll show you what I mean. So put that and then rub it in. You get like suction marks. Really like that. It's lightening it all up now, which is what I want. So here, I'm just going to do around it. Create a circle. Here. That's it. See how you're creating a circle with it? So I'll show you what I mean. You're going over it with a circle. I'll do this one, and I might do this one with these coming down. Love it! Lovely. We'll make that part of that, and it's worked a lot better. Absolutely. Loved it. Loved it. This one, it needs to be here as well. Yeah. Yeah. Down. Oh yeah. And soften it a little bit because it's looking a bit harsh. Now that's nice. I'm going to go back to this one. Leave that one there. And I'm just going to, of course I'll leave it there. Do that in the middle of it. Now, see here, I don't like it. So I'm going to get a very, very damp brush. No, a very dry brush. Now, I know it's fixed, but there'll be some colour in there. And I can make the colour revive a little bit. So I'm actually, it's like using a rubber. And I can add a little bit of, and you see how it's taking that colour back in the middle. So if you do get something where you're not happy about the colour, just have a little bit of white and it might just fade it. Or you can roll it off. Oh, don't be doing that. Stick down. Just rip the page. Right, so let's go to the big one. Right, and this one I'm still going to use the same, but I'm not going to use them quite the same. So I'm going to look a bit more at, oh, that's better. Yeah, much better. So what I'm doing is, everything we've done, I'm doing in this. So remember, it's playing. It's getting to know your materials and just playing. I don't want to be... I want to be enjoying it, not just, oh, well, it don't look like that, therefore it's not. Just get it, mess about, and blooming enjoy yourself. God, I don't know how many years I've got left. So, and you may not. And just go for it. Right, so I'm really happy with that. I've introduced light into it. I'm going to go back now. Just a few of these, because otherwise it'll just spoil it. And I'm just going to go really softly. Show you. So I'm going within the circle, and I'll show you that one. You can still see the, the, what do you call it, doofers underneath. but it's really softening the impact down, and you get these really nice like little things. So I'm just going to do one here. And because we've got inks underneath, what it is the white's picking up the ink, saying hello. Well, not quite like that. But it's actually building up. I'm going to go over that because I didn't use the right glue. Oh yeah. Right, so what time is it? Wow, we've done loads. So we've got that page. I'm putting that to one side. We've got this page, which is looking very deep and dour. We've got our pages, which we'll work on. And I'm now going to just move all my accoutrements, and I'm going to make some mark making with good old black pen. Now, a black pen, it's entirely up to you what black pen you use, but the black pen, if you want it to remain permanent, has to be used. You want a black pen and it's permanent and don't want water to go on it and ruin it, then remember that you need a black permanent marker. Right, so bit of dark there. So I'm making a nice little focal point of the circles, but they're not the be all and end all of it. So I quite like the fact that they go there. So there's one. I'm going to put writing on these. This one needs a lot of help here. So I'm thinking of like that. Just let your pen go. Okay, I'll work on this one with you now, just to show you. So, but I'll let that dry for a minute. This one's, I love this. I love this one. Okay, I realise what time it is. So what I'm going to do is just work on these two for now, and then it'll give me a focal point to start and use colour concentrated, but also so you can see where I'm going with it. So here I've got white on my brush, and I'm just going to go in with gesso. If you want to use white acrylic, cool. So I'm just pattern building like that, and I'll do one there, one there, and one there. The easy way of doing this is just to go and do with your brush. So the size of your brush denotes your pan. So, I'm happy with that. Leave it to dry a minute. Next one. So, here again. I'm just putting white on. Okay, let's go back to this. Don't know if it's dried yet. I think it needs a couple of coats, but now I'm going to go back with my black. Like that. Kill my pen. No, no, no. So we're getting some nice pattern. No, don't kill me pen. So here I've gone over and above the lines because I know it'll just kill my pen. So here again, it is going to kill my pen really. And I know what I need, and oh, I think I've got it. Right, I've got a writing pen, and these tend to go over everything. See what I mean? They go right over everything. Favourite bit, you start to do. Now, this is what I've not had for a long time, where I wanted to sit and do that. I've normally stopped and put it away because I didn't like it. So, hats off to journaling. It really does work. Well, this is just mixed media. This is exploring mixed media of abstract art. It really, it doesn't need to have a name. It's called mark making, paint mark making. It's whatever you want it to be. But it's just a journey of playing and exercise and all sorts. Just playing. Just playing. Right, I'm going to go back to the here. This needs it. All over the table. So I'm going to go. Oh, now you can colour these however you want. These are just like little bumps I've done. So yay. Right, next one. I'm just going back into these big cloddy things with black, just to give a bit more emphasis on the shape and pattern rather than all the blooming, like, it's too concentrated, it's not allowing the other stuff to come through, so take it back. There we go, starting to get more, yeah, I like that. And then black ones as well. These are Paper Mate Ink Joy from Japan, and they've got scratchy nibs. Not that that makes sense, but it does to me. So this lighter one, I really do like this. So I'm doing that. I'm going to pattern that in, and I'm just going to do teeny weeny ones in this one. And then here, there's my diamond shape. I'm just going to follow this here, because the tape's there, but the interesting part is between the tapes. So I'm following the tape now. This is when you can really go to town with your patterns, and it just, honestly, you just think, where did that come from? A place of love, a place of experimenting and playing, and an exploration of letting go. See how much nicer that's coming out now. So put some here. So this time we can do proper hillocks. Yes. Oh, sorry, ladies. Let me go back. And Jen, if anyone's there. Oh, what we're touching here? Get off. Um, oh, okay. See you later, Jane. Yes, please. I have to do that because if I don't, I get bored. But you'll find that as I go through it, I'll pick one or two out. Then that's it, and I'll work on them. But I'm actually really liking it. This is still too heavy for me, but I think I might. I've got a really nice idea I'll share with you for it. It's whenever I've gone over the top with something, I get like little pieces like that to go, and the words are going to go on this. But I feel that this one could do with a. Okay, so by it being too much, it's too heavy. I mean, I could do with bigger ones actually, but we'll go with this. So what I'll do, they look like bloody soldiers in a row, don't they? So I've got that there. But can you see how it just takes the emphasis off what you've done? I might put one there, and I might put one there. Oh no. So there we go. That looks a bit better. And then some tiny ones. So you can see that adding more white or more green or whatever colour. I mean, another thing you can do when you're doing that is um, I'll have to do it while it's right. So normally I would paint the whole page, but I would get like the olive green or whatever colour you want. Um, we'll go for the chestnut, um, but olive green would be nice on this, and just paint them, and then just put them on. Oh, just dropped it in a white, you silly woman. But what you would do is just, you know, put solid ones in. So if I didn't like that, far too much paint, I could put white back in it, you know, to make it neater. So you can paint them, you can do anything you want. I love doing that. Um, but adding the colour back is the one thing that really does help. Because like on this, I think personally, I'm going to go with this size, I think. Maybe the one in the middle would have been better. And that size. Oh! So I'm using a very small one, and I can't see him. Trust me. Where's that big one gone? Where's the big one gone? There. That there. So the big one would go, could go there. Oh, there. Goes up there. And a little one could go there and in there. Or you could do 3 together down here. But you could pick any colour. It could be red, green, any colour you want. Any colour you want. And have it as a dense colour. So you can go back to putting colour on or dense colour on, and I just think that's a really good way, because that really does change it. I mean, if I lock that off, oh hang on, why do I just do it like that? If I go like that, I lock that off, and then put that there. See, that's nice. Oh dear. But it wouldn't look the same if we didn't have all that in the background, if that makes sense. Right. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much for being here with me. I've done tons of work. I'm so happy to it. I'm not in between. I'm not working on them in between. I am only working on them when we're together. So it is Friday. No, it's not. It's Wednesday. So I will see you. Um, shall we say Sunday morning? Sunday morning. And the reason is I don't want to overpower you. I don't want. It's like sort of not running for a year and then, or 9 years or whatever, you know what I mean, and then suddenly trying to do a marathon. You've got to bring yourself back into it. What I will do is add a few whites, but thank you so much for your time, so much. It really does mean the world to me. Um, and my inspiration is just you being here. Look at that. Put that on. My inspiration is you being here. I'm not going to do it. I would have scissors normally, but oh wow, let's see what it looks like. Oh, and you could have like tricky notes under there, couldn't you? But you know what I mean? You can pick out. Oh, love it. You know what I mean? Go for it. Go forth. I need to see what you're doing so I can nick all your ideas. But yeah, just a little tip is let it just happen. This one, I'm not going to spend time on now, but I'm going to paint into a landscape. So, wonderful, wonderful. Big thank you. Let's see your work, and I will see you, shall we say, Sunday morning. Or is that football? I'm going to go with Sunday morning. If it's wrong, I will do another, but I will let you know. And as always, a huge, huge thank you. And go forth and get lucky hands. Bye.